big money in adult tech right now. So just AI for adult tech, it's a good like money machine. You're making like thousands of US dollars per day using AI. So leads for crypto industry, for example, you can make millions of US dollars. It's booming. Like it's like last 3 years here in Dubai in the UAE overall. A lot of agents are coming like to get their lucky chance. They think that okay, I will come. Yes, today I've served in the like restaurant or Starbucks, and today I will be a successful salesperson,
So
agent.
quick money.
Yes, quick money.
To a new marketer, and he's like, oh no, we need to change something. Yes, change something now, and you start changing, and the system degrades. That's why you need to trust in your strategy.
Of course, understand where money is, where business is, because
Yeah.
business is equal to money.
So, hi Igor.
Hello.
Igor is CMO of Whitewhill. It's a luxury real estate agency operating in Dubai, Moscow, London, Miami, and many other cities.
Yes.
Igor, thanks for dedicating your time for this podcast. And let's go. Why marketing?
Actually, it's a very good question. Very good. But my answer is very simple and straight. Like, maybe 16 to 70 years ago in high school,
Mhm.
I've decided to research several spheres where to develop myself as a
Okay.
professional.
Yeah.
Then I've chosen like a university, and I have a degree in marketing and communications in university. So then I've started my career during university,
Okay.
and for more than 13 years, I'm in marketing. So
Okay.
that's why.
So, what was your first workplace?
My first like short-term workplace was in governmental structures in Russia, but first like a big company I've joined. It was like first it was internship at Intel Corporation. Then I've switched to specialist in communications and marketing
Okay.
at Intel and spent there 2 years.
2 years. So you started your journey in Moscow. Right?
No, in Nizhny Novgorod.
In Nizhny Novgorod.
Yes, fortunately, Intel had office, biggest one in Nizhny Novgorod.
Wow. Why?
Yes.
Why in Nizhny Novgorod? Why not Moscow?
Because of location, maybe taxes, and government was ready to find new solutions to develop economy, and that's why for technological companies it was a good opportunity, and maybe in terms of a lot of universities and companies in technological spheres or physics or math. So Intel opened big research and development over there.
Okay.
And when I've worked for Intel in Nizhny Novgorod, it was like more than 800 people working
800.
there.
Okay. So Intel, I assume it's B2B market.
Mostly it's complex of B2B and government relations and media relations as well.
Okay, B2G and
B2G.
B2B. Have you done B2C marketing?
No, we mostly worked with vendors, IT companies who are selling products, for example, in the country.
Okay, and fast forwarding to our time, how did you end up in Whitewhill in Dubai? So that's quite far from Nizhny Novgorod.
Yes,
right?
yes. Maybe around 4,000+ kilometers, I think. Yes. I've spent several years in technological companies. After Intel, I've joined Microsoft in marketing agency, then ABI, and then spent several years in telecommunications, including Vion, a big company, owning like companies in Europe, Asia, CIS countries, and so on. Telecommunications. It's a very like big business, as you know. So after Telca, I've moved to Dubai and realized that real estate here, I think, is the main driver for the economy. And in terms of marketing structure and strategy, almost the same for all spheres.
Yeah.
Yes. It's easier to switch to another one.
That's actually a very good insight. Majority of the people think that their marketing is special. But as you mentioned, the marketing process, it's the same for every industry. It's like you have specifics,
Yes.
but the overall process is the same.
But there is a disclaimer, because, for example, those who are starting and launching campaigns in Google, for example, for real estate or for telco or for B2C like FMCG companies, they are mostly focused on sphere and all this, tactics, which are working only in this specific sphere.
Yeah.
But when you are a manager and higher, like when you're building systems and strategy and managing people, there is no big difference.
Yeah.
In terms of sphere, you can switch spheres, but you've already underlined that most of like hiring managers, they are asking why you are switching sphere, because I think you're developing your professional intellect. Like, when you're switching, you can see different spheres and from different angles.
Moreover, I can tell you that I think to become like not good but great, you need to switch spheres, because only by the point where two different spheres connect, you can find new ways like to market, new ways to strategize your marketing, and insights to double X your revenue. Because in the same sphere, you're kind of with years, you might be stuck. Because you see everybody is doing the same stuff. Okay, there's maybe nothing more to do.
Yeah.
But when you get out of your sphere, or even better, if you transition from marketing to sales at one point, or from sales to marketing, then you see the whole funnel. And then you can like think completely differently. Because that was my story. I started back in school. How I got into marketing through sales, but because back in school, I wasn't really good at math, and I was thinking, okay, like smart people probably become engineers, and Sergey, you're not as smart, obviously, because my math skills weren't there. Okay, what is the thing which everybody's kind of afraid doing, but you need to do it? And it was sales at the time, because we had no AI. Cold calling, cold emails, scary, uncomfortable. And my logic was, if there is a need, but not a lot of people want to do it, therefore it must that the business will pay good money for you to be to do it and to be good at. This is how I started my sales career. Then I worked there for like 5 or 7 years and got headhunted by Google, and there I started my marketing career. Let's go back to your marketing, to Whitewhill. Okay, so Whitewhill is a luxury real estate agency operating worldwide. What is your core business? Tell us about like how do you operate?
So it's quite simple in terms of the whole company. Core business is to sell luxury properties all over the world, and mainly in countries we are operating. So in terms of marketing, it's like to get clients for the company.
Yeah.
And we have a quite big average check, and it's a difficulty for all our team to get a lot of leads with a budget over $1 million and more. So it's quite simple. We are getting clients who are ready to invest in properties, and there are a lot of different factors which are influence on our day-to-day work, and mostly we are struggling to get these leads because, for example, in the UAE, you know that in Dubai, more than I don't know the exact number, but thousands of brokerage companies in real estate.
Yeah. So there's thousands. I think it was 8,000 1 year ago, with over 30,000 agents.
Yes, something like
so
this.
it's a bloodbath here.
Yeah. And when you're starting campaign with the project just launched by well-known developer,
Yeah.
and you are in the queue of 30 to 40 or 50 agencies
Yes.
which are starting. You know this.
I know the pain.
That's really like a headache for all marketers who are working here. But all markets are different. London is completely different.
Yes.
It's mostly closed and internal. Yes, a lot of people and investors from GCC region, from our region, we are working now, and they are buying and investing in London because it's usually they've studied there. They are going to send their kids to study in London, for example, and they are buying and investing in London. But mostly, a lot of UK citizens are buying in London, not like people from all over the world, like in Dubai. So it's different. But Miami, it's quite the same like Dubai. People cross like United States, Canada, Mexico, and so on. They are investing in Miami as a like a spot to save their money, to get more money in terms of rental yields and so on.
But why they choose Miami? States is a huge country.
Yes,
You have New York, you have Miami, you have California. Why Miami?
because Miami is similar to Dubai, I think.
Oh,
It's like beachfront
okay.
properties.
So this is a very important part to
Yes.
have beachfront.
Yeah.
Beachfront property.
Yes. And previously, I think because we are originally from Russia, and like a lot of Russian speaking people invested previously in Miami, but now this like times change, so that's why. But yes, US market is very tough in terms of real estate,
Even tougher than
even tougher than here. So because it's the market of the agent, the broker, and they are making like all these movies, I think series on Netflix, for example, like selling Miami, selling Sunset, and so on. Like, and you can see that agents are successful agents. They are very hardworking, and success is depending on their day-to-day hard work. And to compete with them, with those who was born in the US, who know the area very well, and to compete with them is very difficult for international companies because, for example, in Texas or like maybe in California, local agencies are much more successful than international companies.
Okay. So you're saying that in the States, the agents are very, very disciplined and hardworking. So it's very hard to compete with them if you come outside of the States, outside of Miami. So you need to work twice harder, perhaps.
Yes, and in terms of strategy, we're used to think that we are like very efficient in terms of marketing, and we've started the same like approach in the US. But unfortunately, after like several months of research, we've realized that in the US, the part of marketing deals which are coming from marketing source channels, they are just like 8 to 12%. It's not so big, but usually in our company, it's from 35 to 50% revenue generating through marketing channels. So for us, it was like 8 versus 40, for example.
Yeah. Okay. And if the percentage, if the part of marketing is like around 10%, the rest comes from the agents themselves.
Yes.
Like I've read that in the States, they kind of form a communities and advertise there. So agent forms like a community. So he's a present in a single community and gets clients from there. Is that true?
There are a lot of different tools like local SEO search engine optimization. For example, every single agent has his or her own like Google cart on the maps where they are operating small landing page dedicated only for this agent, and they are like make communities, and they are attending all the events in this area, and so on and so on and so on. It's like a very disciplined and hard work.
Okay, so agents in the US, How do they compare with the local agents?
Local, you mean in Dubai?
Yes.
It's a good question because I think that they are. There is a difference if you take like London or Moscow or New York, for example.
Yeah.
There are a lot of agents who are living in this country, like day to day. But you
Yeah.
know that UAE is different. Most of us are living here not like our full life.
Yeah.
We're coming and for several years, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, but still you have an end.
Yeah, it's like temporary. We're
Yes.
here for a while.
And the market, when it's booming, like it's like 3 years, last 3 years here in Dubai, in the UAE overall, a lot of agents are coming like to get their lucky chance, you know. They think that, okay, I will come. Yesterday, I've served in the like restaurant or Starbucks, and today I will be a successful salesperson,
So
agent.
quick money.
Yes, quick money. And competition is tough. And they are thinking that, okay, I will come, I will get money fast in 6 months, 1 year, and so on. And then I will return home, for example.
Yeah.
Or I will be successful here in Dubai.
Yes.
But the truth is opposite.
It's much harsher.
Yes, if we can calculate average income of average agent in Dubai, you can see that it's like 15, 20,000 dirhams maximum. Average, I think, monthly income. So it's not it's good money if you're working well, but Dubai is expensive.
Very expensive.
Yes, and you need to get more, but on average, in this like tough competition, it's very difficult to get more and more and more. For example, you can get 100,000, 200,000 1 month, and then 8 months nothing. For example,
It all comes back to discipline. You just need to do the daily grind. And I assume if you want fast money, then you don't want to do a daily grind.
in our modern world, I think there is no like definition or not a definition, but fast money. It's like only in the business, which is
I mean, a shady business. It's
yes,
like almost impossible to make quick money.
yeah,
Everything is hyper competitive.
Yes, it's all like dedicated to discipline, to development, and so on. That's why, if we return to comparing US or London or I don't know Moscow agents to Dubai, in those geographies in those cities, they are living there.
Yes.
Living, building their families, their wealth, and so on. It's like more disciplined attitude.
Yeah.
But here, it's like not all, but I think 80% or maybe 85 to 90%, they're like chasing for fast, I don't know, maybe quick money. And
you fly in, sell a villa, buy a Rolls Royce, and you fly out, right?
Yeah, something like this.
That's HR pitch. Okay, coming back to Whitewhill marketing. If we take Dubai, what is the biggest challenge for your team at this point?
No, I'm like by myself. I'm not looking for marketing as like a lead generation only. I am type of person with an entrepreneurship attitude to the business. So I'm looking like wider with the sales, quality control, operational efficiency, and so on. So from my point of view, I think one of the most like challenging part is the noise. We've already discussed it. Noise, I mean, like it's very difficult to get leads or to be seen at least for the customer or for investor. Then I think it's second difficulty for me is to get to find new people, very experienced and top professionals to hire. Because like hiring problem is like very big problem.
Is it a problem here or
Everywhere in the world? Everywhere in the world.
How do you hire? Like, do you look for experience or for character traits? You know.
For me, the most important like quality is the business first attitude. If you can count your day-to-day activities, weekly or monthly activities in terms of business metrics, like revenue from your channel you are responsible for, or not only number of qualified leads, but return on marketing investments. Like how many deals are closing every month from your channel? What do you need to increase conversion from qualified lead to the deal, not only to view or booking, but to the deal? This is the most important for me when I'm talking with potential candidate or like potential employee. So when people realize and understand how to make this whole funnel from your day-to-day activities and marketing with your channels, for example, CRM or like Google or something like this, or Meta, and you need to understand how unit economy works. And of course, another like important parts of qualities, I think, in the person, it's not only like business attitude, it's like a discipline, experience in real estate maybe, or experience in marketing overall, how people can like translate their previous background to their new challenges that they will get at Whitewhill.
That's a very good insight. So the person should know his numbers and own his numbers.
Of course.
Especially in marketing, people in my experience, people often forget that the goal of the company, the single goal, is to make money.
Yep.
Not to make leads, not to show impressions, not to make qualified leads, to make money. And I always remind it to my team as well. Like, guys, we have a funnel, we have sales departments, we have marketing departments, but our goal is not to get leads to sales and then blame them, we don't have any sales or vice versa. Our goal is to make money, and we need to keep contributing whatever we can. And if we have problems cross teams, we should try and let other teams know. But the goal is to get sales, not leads. Because if the qualified lead doesn't lead to any sale, it's not a good lead.
Yeah.
You need to understand why it became qualified, why it didn't buy.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And we both know, for example, we can get a lot of leads, like thousands of leads.
Yes.
But it's not a goal. It's not a target for the business to get leads.
Exactly.
Because moreover, I think that if you don't have dedicated sales team and you can get for them like thousands of leads and you have just, I don't know, 20, 30 people, like they will be overwhelmed with all these leads, and the quality of working with the customers will be lower. But they don't need 1,000. Maybe they just need, I don't know, 100 leads. So you need to think strategically in terms of all teams, all funnel. For example, if you have like 50, 100 sales managers, brokers, agents, you can't flow them with 10,000 leads and so on.
You can, but it will
Yeah,
be
you can. Technically, you
thrown
can.
out. Yeah.
Technically, you can, but business will be struggling. So they will be like totally, I don't know, overwhelmed, yes, with all this stuff.
Again, we're coming back to the system thinking in marketing, because you have everywhere you have a capacity and you have a sweet spot. Like I can tell you about Google. If you have a project A, you can get like 20 leads with 30% quality, and you can get 40 leads, you can get 50 leads, but after some point the quality will start dropping because people interested in buying, there are only so many people. It's not like linear. You put more money in and you get more leads out. You'll get leads, but every next lead will become more expensive and less qualified, a little bit less. The same with the sales team. If you get them one lead per agent, he will work that lead out completely. If you get 10 leads, he'll start picking.
Yes.
If you get 100 leads, he'll stop working.
That's true. It's true.
So it's capacity is very, very important.
Yes, that's why you need to like check all statistics and all numbers and to balance. Sometimes maybe in high season, you don't need like a lot of like investment in several channels. You need to get fast leads and to close it faster. For example, in terms of like 5 leads per one salesperson, that's it. Per week, for example.
Yeah.
That's it. And after 1 month or month and a half, he or she, they will close this from these 5 leads, they will close 2 or 3 at least.
Wow.
Yes, I saw this like guys who were working with the marketing leads only. They just, okay, I got like 10 leads overall last month. 5 are very good. We are communicating and I'm sending brochures, different options and so on. And after like month and a half, he texted me, okay, I'm closing 2 deals from these 5 leads.
From
So it's
5
good.
leads? Wow. It's a very good closing ratio. How do you communicate with the sales team? How do you guys work together? Because in many businesses, I do mostly lead gen. In many businesses, this is a problem because marketing is siloed from sales. They do their own things and they rarely communicate. They can blame each other without problem, but no cooperation. Yeah, or rarely see that. How do you have this problem, and how do you work with sales department?
You're absolutely right. I think that it's a common problem for all companies, and usually there is a wall between marketing,
Yes.
sales, I don't know, another department. How we are transforming this habit, I think, in business. We've started quarterly first and monthly synchronizations like between teams. For example, this, blaming issue is in not like in professional terms or personal terms. It's only about lack of knowledge because
Yes.
sales team, I don't know, salesperson, he doesn't know about marketing,
Yes.
how it works,
Yes.
which channels are performing, how deep this all like campaigns and so on, because most of them are thinking that, okay, we have like websites, we have like Google campaigns, we have Instagram, and leads from Instagram, they are bad. Why? Because we have dozens of campaigns simultaneously and dozens of creatives per campaign and so on, and they are not thinking in terms of marketers. And marketers, from their side, they they think that why they are blaming us and start blaming them
Yes.
as well. And that's why we've made first quarterly synchronization, then monthly. And we have like joint groups where we can discuss all fast feedback. For example, we don't get leads or we get spam leads, something like this. And we are fast, like in 1 hour, we're changing our campaigns, trying to find this issue. And then with the head of sales, we have several departments like rent, off plan, secondary, different other departments. And with every head of sales, we've made a structure and system in terms of funnel metrics. I've made it, then making like a education presentation, like some things like this for them. And now monthly, they are getting from me detailed report for their department. For example, how many qualified leads did they get, how many brokers are working with these leads, how many leads per broker do they have, how many deals were closed from this particular channel, for example, Google or Yandex or something like this. How what is return on marketing investment per channel on overall like total, and every head of sales can see, okay, for example, conversion rate from qualified lead to deal is like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 5%, no matter. And if they can see that 10 is good, but 5 it's bad for them, they understand, okay, we need from sales team to increase conversion rate from a lead to deal. And for example, if conversion rate from lead to qualified lead is good, they can see, okay, everything good. So it's our like target now for week or two to increase. How we can improve it, and we discuss it together. For example, what do we need? Maybe to change education, maybe for inefficient brokers, we need to send them to quality control or to our like policies to read them through one more time, and then to make a test one more time, and then to go back to leads and so on. So we are working together now, and I really like it because there is no blaming. We have all the statistics, numbers, and when you have numbers, we've already discussed it. There is no personal like
No
attitude,
emotion.
no emotion.
Yes.
Have all the numbers, and both sides have. Everyone understands what we are doing, what they are doing, and we have like a instant like feedback from each other.
Yeah.
And for example, there are a lot of issues. Like a broker said, "Oh, this lead is like spam,"
Mhm.
but he didn't mark it as spam in the CRM system.
Oh, okay.
But we have like an algorithm. When you are marking lead as spam, similar leads in terms of behavioral, like and numbers and names and emails and so on, they are blocking automatically.
Okay.
But he, for example, didn't mark it as spam. And yes, you should mark it as spam because you have algorithm.
Mhm.
You're spending a lot of time for communication to educating them. So then it gives you a result.
Mhm. So it's education, communication, and analysis.
Yes, numbers
Yeah, numbers.
from
Yeah.
both sides.
Yeah, because all departments of the company, they have the same goal: sales, to make money. Because if you don't make money, obviously the company won't be able to pay you anything. So once you understand that you have same goal, and you do that by having the shared reports and shared KPIs,
Shared KPIs
yeah,
as
then
well.
you can understand, like, we are working on the same goal, and there is no point in blaming one each other. This is very insightful. It's actually great. But if we come back to your marketing department, can you give us an inside look of your team, like how it's structured all over the world? Like how many people, how it's
Mhm.
structured, how do you guys operate?
In marketing, we have like around 40 people, including designers.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of our internal structure, we have also a project department. They are responsible for overall look and feel of our products, like websites, I mean, digital
Mm-hmm.
products, brochures,
Mm-hmm.
presentations, and so on. It's a separate part team. And in terms of marketing, I've already said that it's designers,
Mm-hmm.
but most of all, of course, it's like a pay per click. I mean, like contextual advertising plus meta.
Mm-hmm.
Guys who are working with the direct campaigns, those platforms. So then, social media and content creators.
Mm-hmm.
They are creating like YouTube videos, Instagram, reels, shorts, and so on and so on. Then we have like analytical team. It's small, but we have marketing analytics.
Okay,
It's
cool.
separate, yes. And of course, people who are work that's like a project managers inside the team. For example, if you need to coordinate all like social media managers, like guys from contextual advertising and designers, you need a like a one dedicated person for, I don't know, several departments. It's like a project or product marketing manager. So that's it.
You have 40 people. I assume you have everything in house, or do you use?
Mostly, yes. I'm keen on approach of in-house team, but still, I think that we can outsource something. The principle is very simple: strategy, analytics, and all like data. Like company's DNA, you can keep should be in-house, but like something like maybe campaigns for geo-specific campaigns, like working with the local agencies and new geographies, new markets, and so on. Like then videographers, photographers, and so on. It can be outsourced or rented, for example. So we have a hybrid model of marketing team.
In terms of outsourcing, now we are living in the era of AI.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you guys, are you already using AI? And what's your plans in terms of AI?
You're absolutely right about AI, but nowadays, and I had several like meetings and events dedicated to AI in business right now. Moreover, we hired a person who is responsible for AI integration in our company like 6 months ago, and already got first results. Very good. We are happy with uh, our AI integration. For example, we're using it to increase conversion rate, to improve UX and UI on the websites, to cold call automatically, to understand the quality of the lead in the CRM and quality of the call of the agent, and so on and so on and so on. But I think most important part of the AI it's useless when you can't coordinate it and create like maybe producer of all these scenarios. You need to learn how to work with AI. It will not replace like whole team, but sometimes yes, we can see in videos, pictures, and so on. Mostly, a lot of our creatives and most performing creatives, by the way, already made by
Yes.
AI in our
Yes.
company. So we can just decrease our expenses on designers and
Yes.
so on, but we will not replace like the head of brand or head of
Yeah.
design, because you need like strategy look and feel. I think nowadays, and maybe this year or next year, AI will not replace like strategical and like creative minds, but those who are just making pictures or analyzing on the banner which color is performing better. But
Yeah.
yes, it will be replaced. And I think that AI helps companies to improve their efficiency, but not replacing like core business itself. For example, there are a lot of rumors around like we can change agents and brokers, for example, to AI. But no, sales.
Yeah.
You will not, because if you're selling to a person, you need emotional like attitude. You need to understand the context, because AI mostly based on data which already in the internet, for example. But you can't analyze now the voice, emotions, and so on, especially in face to
Yeah.
face, for example.
For large checks.
That's why I think that AI will help us to improve, and those who can like develop AI systems inside their companies, they will be faster and more efficient. And I can see and I can tell that it already works. For example, comparing like disposals managers, those who are calling for owners, property owners, how many calls they can make per day? 40 to 50 calls per person.
Yeah.
AI can call like thousands.
Yeah. I think that AI can dramatically increase the productivity, personal and business. So I think that everyone should learn how to use AI, how to use prompts, and how does it work. But the low skill jobs, they probably will be replaced at some point. But if you invest in yourself and develop your skills, no risk at all. And in terms of sales, there's every year something is replacing cold calls and sales and emails. But old sales prove that people buy from people.
Yeah.
And that won't go anywhere.
Yes, it's true. So we can see like for maybe last 10 to 15 years, every like 1 or 2 years, something happens in terms of technological developments.
Yes.
And in marketing, for example, specifically, you can see all these articles like email marketing is dead, like content marketing
Yes.
is dead. SEO marketing, like search engine optimization, is dead.
Yeah.
Now this is a period, because now traditional search engine optimization changing to artificial.
Yes.
So that's now is like it's dead, but not. It's
Yeah.
transforming. It's like it's life. You need to adopt, and you need to understand how to be the first who can change something inside your company, inside your business, because life and the world is changing dramatically fast.
Yes.
Dramatically, and we can't, because people, I think, it's a point where AI is better than people, because AI can, I think, mathematically and like without emotions
Yes.
and background, can calculate changes more faster
Yes.
and to adopt, for example, for these changes. But people, they have this, like we have background and we have our like
Yeah, we have bias.
yes,
We're
yes,
biased.
and we think that okay, we've used to live with the same like day to day work. We can't change it fast, but it's already changed yesterday.
Yes.
And sorry, you're in today. You in good morning. You're in the you're in the new world
Yes.
today. So I think it's like a most crucial skill of our time to change and to adopt yourself and your team and your company to all these changes. And you can't be like a person where you're spending like 10 years and doing one thing every day, like okay, we are launching this campaign, these banners and this presentation. No, design is changing every day, like
Yes.
design trends, how people, like we've already discussed challenges like noise.
Yes.
All real estate agencies and real estate marketing materials are the same right now. You need to find something
Exactly.
to grab attention of the customer or investor, and all them from, for example, in the internet, but not only internet, offline. When you're
Everywhere.
driving Sheikh Zayed Road, you see all these out of door like banners, and you have just 1 to 3 seconds.
Yes.
And if you grab from creative their attention,
Yes.
you will win, at least in the first touch point.
Yes. Exactly. So the hook or headline or thumbnail or the image is like 80% of marketing success. So you should
In B2C, yes.
you should invest 80% in your hook, because if nobody will read your ad. Funny fact about email, it is still the best performing marketing channel compared to customer lifetime gross profit to customer acquisition costs. So it's not dead, it's thriving.
I think I've just, I don't know, maybe a week or two ago, I've just posted on LinkedIn that there is no need to calculate only one channel like email marketing, because it's not about channels right now. It's about system, and I'm like a kind of person and professional who are making systems, not like channel, because email is a part of a big system of a CRM marketing, and there are a lot of metrics and processes like to get new leads from new bases and new subscribers to your email, for example, or WhatsApp and something like this, and then retention, then lifetime value, then cross sale, upsell, and so on. It's a big system how to work with cohorts with all these customers, and email in all the system is working, of course, better than, for example, Google, and cheaper for the company.
Much cheaper.
So like it's working, still working.
Yes.
A lot of people are reading emails. For example, if you're working with the investors of hundreds of millions of US dollars, they maybe don't read emails by themselves, but their like assistant can read it, and it's better to forward it to like those who are responsible for investments in like family offices. Email is still, it's a like corporate, very underrated sometimes tool in terms of our sphere, real estate investments. So that's why it's working. But of course, together with all like the stuff, WhatsApp, SMS, email, then like pop-ups on the website, retargeting in Google, and so on.
Yeah, everything should work at the single mechanism. You're completely right. And if we're talking about the metrics, what are the core metrics in the marketing department, which allow you to know if your marketing is hitting the mark?
Yes, I would like to say that it's better to divide it into two levels. Like first level is like day-to-day, weekly like reports, but you can't make right decisions on the weekly reports. You just like understand what is happening in all campaigns, channels, and so on. But then like monthly, quarterly, and yearly reports, and there are crucial metrics which are most important for me. First is return on marketing investment, overall and per channel, per office or something, divided to different. Then it's cost per deal from marketing source. Of course, cost per qualified lead. And in the end, it's percentage of deals which were closed from marketing source channel.
Percentage of deals compared to what?
Overall, you have 100. For example, some of deals are coming from partners, some from referrals, some from personal clients or repetitive sales. And if we have like 10%, like I ordered 8%, like in Miami, it's bad. But when you have like 60 or 70, it's also bad. So we need to balance.
What is good?
I think that for real estate agency now, like a healthy proportion is like maybe 35 to 40 from marketing. If you have budget, if you have an opportunity to convert well qualified marketers, you can like be around 35, 40. But maybe it all depends from strategy. You know that a lot of agencies which are very successful, they're using only like two platforms, like Property Finder and Bayut.
Yes.
And they are successful in terms of like secondary market, and they are just working very well with all these platforms. They don't need Google, they don't need Meta, and so on. So it's strategy, and our strategy is like more complex. It contains like Google, Meta, CRM marketing, and so on, and of course Property Finder, Bayut, everywhere like Zoopla or Rightmove or Realtor.com and so on. We are using all these platforms all over the world, but we are counting and calculating every like dirham, US dollars, and pound which are invested in specific channel, because if we're losing money, we are stopping to invest or changing our strategy, and that's why we are kind of successful in terms of our internal financial situation and situation with marketing budgets. And
how much time do you need to like understand that the channel is not performing or something is not performing and the strategy needs to be changed? Like what is this period, 3 months, 6 months? Because you cannot, as you mentioned, you cannot, if yesterday you didn't have enough leads, you cannot change strategy. Right? Like what's your take?
It all depends on like deal cycle. You know that in real estate, sales cycle is long. Usually it's more than 3 months on average. So you need at least 3 months or 4 months to understand which campaigns are.
Is it secondary and off plan, or?
I think both. If you are talking about 3 months, it's both. But sometimes, of course, we can see that it's converting in like 2 weeks or something like this into deal. But on average, we are closing a lot of deals, like thousands of deals per year. So we need to understand that one deal can be closed in like 350, 400 days. And one deal will be closed in 10 days. So on average, after like counting all these numbers, we can understand that usually it's like around 90 days. So to understand how campaign is performing and how channel is performing, we need at least 1 quarter, so 3 months.
Igor, for the audience, I know we talked a lot about this, but can you break down real estate business from the marketing lens for us? So we discussed that marketing is the same. Now it's time to talk about what's special is about real estate business.
We already, I think, discussed noise here in Dubai, but it's all market specific. For example, all markets are different. But in terms of real estate business, of course, it's a deal cycle, like from marketing, first one. It's longer than in like FMCG or B2C companies or e-commerce. So deal cycle is sometimes very long, and especially in terms of big investments, like how to buy bulk deals or something like this.
So in short term, you're seeing your like paid campaigns and you see like, oh my God, we're losing a lot of money.
Yeah, and then after 1 year, you're realizing that 2 deals completely like close all expenses.
That is very stressful.
Yes, especially. You need to be very patient and consistent in terms of your strategy and tactics. Mostly in real estate, there are big blaming point around marketing and sales, and like marketers who work in the industry not for a long time, they can listen brokers and listen sales managers and make inefficient decisions, because they are listening and they are changing something, and they're just spending money on nothing. Because you need to be experienced, you need to understand benchmarks, what competitors do, what you previously done, and what working better, or hypotheses which are likely to be converted into good deals. Not like we are trying to test everything. No, it's not working. You need to be specific and very like smart, I think, in terms of marketing and real estate.
Smart and patient.
And patient.
Well, yeah. In terms of brokers, that is a very good point. And the brokers, they just push their own narrative, and that's
Mhm.
understandable because they see the leads in the moment. So if a broker out of 5 leads, I know it was a bad week, and he has like 3 spam leads.
Okay, so everything is spam.
Yeah, everything is spam. The leads are bad, and
That's
he
fine.
tells that to a new marketer, and he's like, "Oh no, we need to change something. Yes, change something now." And you start changing, and the system degrades. That's
Yes,
why
yes.
you need to trust in your strategy.
But it's not only in real estate and every sphere like sales. They're just pushing marketers in terms of like I've seen that ad on Instagram. Why we are not doing something like this? And so, everywhere, not only real estate, but in
Yes.
real estate, it's like because stake is higher.
Yes,
You are not selling like a subscription for 39 dirhams. You
exactly.
are selling like a penthouse for 39 million dirhams.
Yes.
That's
Where are WhiteWill's battlegrounds now geographically in terms of real estate? Which regions are you pushing with marketing? Is it all the same, or you have like
No. Of course, for like we can understand that time zones are different. Yes, and our sales managers, I mean brokers, they are mostly in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Muscat, and Oman. Here for Middle East and like in Miami, and you need to understand which time zones are working better because the speed of responding to the lead is also crucial.
Yeah.
So you need to call back or text potential investor client as fast as possible, and especially when we're talking about Dubai.
Yeah, in terms of so the lead goes bad after 5 minutes.
Sometimes, yes, I think 5 to 15 minutes is like decreasing conversion to zero level.
Yeah, I saw the studies after 5 or 10 minutes. Like it's very short. The conversion rate to sale drops by 80%.
Yes.
That's it. If you want to call it, you better like not to call it.
Yes. And that's why, in terms of geography, we are working mostly with the time zones, which are different just for several hours. For example, for the UAE, it's mostly Europe, GCC countries, like UK is like usually the top buyers for real estate here, and several countries like CIS, Eastern Europe, which are not far away when you can fly for like 5 to 7 hours and something like this, and you have same time zones. You can call and you can talk and something like this. But mostly we are working worldwide. We have leads from Australia, New Zealand, US, and deals from marketing from these geographies. But it's smaller in terms of volume comparing to Europe, for example.
Okay, and as you mentioned, like Dubai is a very, very noisy market. How do you guys cut through that noise?
It's like it's our job to go through this noise and to be like somewhere we can compete. Because, for example, usually there is no need to do something everyone is doing right now. Maybe you have a different like patterns of behavior in digital world and offline world. For example, if everyone is going to roadshow to Europe in the summer, maybe you need to try something else. Try to think as a client or investor think. Where we can find these investors during summer? Maybe they are going to, I don't know, some retreats or yacht tour or Mediterranean, like coast and so on. You need to be like with the investor inside investors head.
Okay, so you guys are trying to stay away from a crowded places.
Yes,
right?
yes.
That's
It's very expensive to compete on the like common place where like okay Google, we're starting campaign.
Here's our money.
We're starting campaign, buy property in Dubai and launch it in the UK.
Yeah.
Everyone do it.
Yeah.
Like every single marketer on the market.
Yeah.
So why do we need this?
Then another question. So in Dubai, you have these launches, new project launch. How how do you handle the launch in terms of paid marketing? Do you go in that crowded space and scream that, hey, we're here too? Or
No. I think that launch in terms of business is not marketing based event
Mm,
for us as an agency. For developer, of course, it's marketing based
okay.
event. But as far as I'm concerned, all companies, big companies, are closing a lot of deals during launch with their previous customers and investors,
Yes.
not new ones. So you can't make you can't create demand in marketing for a short-term thing like launch. And that's why we're working for several years. Our brokers already closed a lot of deals with a lot of investors and buyers. And they can call, or our automatical messaging communication platform can just send reminders. We are waiting for launch of this project from that developer and so on. But if we start campaigns with like new launch soon,
Coming soon.
you coming soon. First of all, developers are doing this.
Yeah, it's
And
their core job, right?
yes, and then you will get maybe, but less than you are expected. So less than brokers expected. So it's better to work with your database, with your customers, your previous investors. I said that like in this
Yes.
system, we've divided. We are not launching like every event. We're trying to get clients for really big events and well-known brands and so on. It's working. But usually because launches in Dubai are like maybe during high season, it's like maybe I don't know, one per day.
Yes.
And you can't launch every day new campaigns. You will not get like algorithm learned. Yes. So you need at least 2 weeks to
2 weeks maybe.
maintain and like develop
Yes.
campaign to optimize it and so on. That's why we are not like chasing launches. We are making different approaches to get clients, already existing investors with us, who are with us. So to uh, give them more information, for example, and to close deals. But sometimes, like last launch, it was like Chelsea by Denmark. We've closed 2 deals in one launch, but the whole building was sold like during several minutes as
90
usual.
minutes. Yeah.
Yes, but and 2 deals it was from marketing, but it's a work of broker or agent. She called the lead and said, "Okay, we have a very hot opportunity, and now we can get 2 units, only 2 units."
Yeah.
So she converted, not marketing.
Yeah, that's also very important. Brokers are converting, not marketing. So you're telling to sell newly launched project, you need to have started working with the clients at least 90 days ago. So you're like building this relationship, and when the launch comes, you're just okay. This is what my client needs. It's the launch he was waiting for, or meets his investments requirements, whatever. Then you sell. There's a second point as well. Because as you mentioned, there are some huge launches where they invite Beyonds and like celebrities, and it's like it has a lot of media coverage. Yeah? But most of the launches during the season, they're only other agents know about them. So
there is a big difference between marketing of real estate agency and the real estate developer.
Exactly.
That's why, because real estate developers, their marketing strategy is 80 to 95% relied on brokers. Not and then other part is brand awareness for their own brand, like master brand, I mean, developer's brand. So and then project. So you are investing in event, inviting like celebrity, great branding, media campaign for specific period, and that's it. You are getting 1,000 brokers on one event, and then they start selling.
yes.
Because they do have clients, but developer directly can't attract a lot of clients by themselves. It's easier to work as a real estate agency because you have clients and portfolio of dozens of projects.
Yes.
simultaneously. But developer usually has just one or two projects and inventory in this project.
It's an interesting topic because I see in Google that a few developers, they're also competing within agencies. They act as agencies.
I've heard that several developers try themselves as agencies, and opposite situation previously who was like agencies, they've become in developers. That's why they have both agency side and developer side. It's all depends like in everywhere on strategy. What you can just sell as an agent or agency, or you can both sell and build and construct and then to sell your own developments, and you can just develop everything.
Yeah, it depends.
It depends. Yeah.
If we return to marketing channels, I know that you prefer like holistic. So every marketing channel should have its own part. Is there a I don't know, best performing or your favorite channel or a few ones, or you just treat them as a part of the system?
I really like channels which are cheap in terms of economy. Unit economy. It's search engine optimization is the best. I think you are just using like investments just for several services and maybe sometimes links and salaries. That's it. It's the best performing channel, and a lot of deals are coming from this channel. Then I said it's CRM marketing. It helps you to work with all your database and different cohorts, and so I think it's very good. And not only think, I can see that it's very efficient channel. I really like how in our company channels with the content marketing are performing right now. We're closing a lot of deals, but the cycle is very long. For example, we are getting clients and who are subscribing to our channels, and then after 6 or 7 months they are becoming qualified leads. So they are just our subscribers first, then they are reading, looking videos and so on, and they are getting warmer and warmer in terms of lead becoming leads. They are just make their inquiry or chatting with us and messenger, and then deal will be closed also in 3 maybe 4 months or maybe 2 months. So you can see that from getting this particular person to closing deal cycle is much more longer than from like Google or something like this.
Okay, thank you. So if we zoom out of Whitewhill, we had a talk with you. You have marketing experience in different and more complex industries. Yeah. So the question is, what are those? What are those industries? And can you tell like how does marketing happens there? What are the differences?
Yes, it's a good question because we've already discussed that marketing systems and strategy is quite similar everywhere, but frankly speaking, it's different from sphere to sphere. And for example, B2C marketing, I would like to say that it's about speed and test and learn every like week, every day, and so on. And you need to grab attention fast. So it's all about speed, all about creativity, all about your like optimizing campaigns and finding solutions to link customer pain points, their like requests and so on with your product, something like this. B2B overall, we discussed with you like, about companies like Intel, that it's mostly B2B, B2G, and something like this. I worked for Abi, it's OCR AI company, which working with the B2B, and I was responsible for B2B marketing. So B2B is mostly about trust, and trust building is like a long process. And in B2B, sales teams and sales managers are playing like huge role in these relationships because, for example, if B2C you're selling, I don't know, what iPhone or like a subscription or something like this, you're getting like fast cycle. In B2B, if you have like a decision maker in a big company like Google, Microsoft, I don't know, like NBD, Emirates NBD, so you need to first build relationship, to prove that you are better than competitors, to make your like materials better, and to underline all the like metrics and ROI, like or saving or improving efficiency in terms of specific sphere, like for banks, for gas and oil solvents, so whatever. So B2B is mostly about trust, and marketing here is like just a trust builder with the very specific materials and something like this. And one more thing I would like to underline is a niche B2B. For example, I have an experience working with a startup in AI in adult tech industry.
That's
Very
interesting.
yes. I had a like dedicated event for like, presenting this case, but now I can talk for maybe like hours for about this case, but from MVP to like product, we've spent several months, and it's very like niche B2B because it's AI for adult tech, and you can't get customers directly, even decision makers. I mean, we can't understand who is responsible in like
Yeah, because if it's adult tech,
yes,
people
it's also
value their privacy.
yes, it's private and it's like in a gray zone.
Yeah.
All their accounts on LinkedIn, Instagram, and so on, they are just with the changed names, with the nicknames, and you can't understand who is your customer.
Wow.
And if you're working in B2C with speed, in B2B with trust, and here in the niche B2B, you are working like a detective, you know?
Yeah,
You are
ambiguity. You don't know.
yeah, you're trying to test something, but with the closed eyes. So it's very difficult experience, but it helps you as a marketer, as a like a growth professional, to think broader, to have a like a wider picture and to understand how we can get it. So where we can get these people we even don't know who they are.
That's a challenge.
Yes. Because in B2C, you know, like you have customers
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
several
Customers,
segments.
customer avatar, right?
Yes.
Just
But here it's very challenging. So and you need to test and learn and to understand maybe how to get them directly with the marketing channels and so on.
in adult touch, you're very limited. You don't know where you're marketing to, and you don't have access to standard channels because it's in a gray area. So, in the end, how did you find performing channels and which channels these are?
There is no silver bullet in this sphere. You need to test several of channels and understand that at least 3 or 5 channels are starting performing somehow. And then using these 3, 5 channels to get clients, like content marketing as well is working in this sphere because they are reading and so on. For example, we've made a post on X Twitter.
So content marketing is
Messengers, social platforms, and so on. And for example, we've made a post on X, on Twitter, X Twitter. So then started a small promotional like campaign for this post.
Oh,
And after several attempts, one post was reposted by a huge star in the industry.
oh,
So then we get like a lot of clients. So you need to find something.
huge star in the industry. Cool.
No, it's very well known person. He's an actor, not on like adult movies. He's a former like, but former wrestler and so on. He's playing in Hollywood movies, and fortunately, he is a part of adult tech industry and adult content creating industry. I don't know why. It's like maybe his hobby or something. And he just saw our post with advertising and reposted it, and wow, we got like several leads at one time from all over the world.
Yeah, that sounds very complicated. I think that's.
But it's a jackpot factor. It's not a system. That's why. So I like jackpot factors, but I think that jackpot factors is better when the system is already done. Like when you have a system, the frequency of jackpot factors are becoming like more frequent. So you're getting jackpot factors several times, not only one, like in
Yes.
this case. But if you have a system, you can just, okay, this one repost got us like 10 leads. This one, like the mention of a channel or YouTube creator made us like 100 leads. And then bigger and bigger and bigger, like waves. So it will work better.
Yeah, but getting jackpot factors, it's also can be a part of the system.
Yes.
You're with adult tech, I think you don't have a lot of options, so
Yes.
you need those jackpots until you maybe find the system, maybe not. The same as with the betting businesses, they also like.
I've never been there, so I can't say nothing.
They're not allowed to be
But
advertised.
talking about AI and technology in adult tech, you can advertise everything because it's just a technology. You're selling technological product, not like you can use it not only for adult. It's AI product. You can use it everywhere because it's a complex of like a CRM system, communication tool, and selling machine. So you are just replacing part of your like how it calls like chatters and like call center employees. You're replacing part of them and then selling like more. That's it.
Yeah, so adult tech is only the part of.
Yes,
of
of
it.
course.
Okay,
So
makes sense.
there is big money in adult tech right now. So just AI for adult tech, it's a good like money machine. You're making like thousands of US dollars per day using AI. So that's
So in the end, this adult tech marketing, it was successful, right?
in terms of scaling, I think not. But in terms of generating money, it's okay.
Yeah, but is it scalable? It's too niche, I think. It doesn't have.
It's peer-to-peer like scalable.
Yeah.
You need to find all like decision makers by yourself. Then when you get like maybe 50 or 100 clients, you will be successful. So and then just scale step by step. But it's a niche.
Yeah, it's a niche business model. It's not next Twitter, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So as you know, I have my own performance agency, and I would like to talk about how you work with agencies and how you choose an agency if you even work with them. Finding a solid agency partner, is it a pain point for CMO? And if it is, then what are the common frustrations?
I can't say that it's a pain point, and it's a good term you've already said. It's a partnership, and partnership every time it's a big job from both sides. And first touch from the agency is most important because, for example, me personally, I'm getting like through LinkedIn, WhatsApp calls, cold calls, dozens of requests per week, and so most of them are not personalized. And the main like advice for all agencies, for all stakeholders who are going to be partners with some business, please do research and personalize a bit your like first touch. Because, for example, if you have experience in several, I don't know, in real estate, for example, you can just highlight what you can do specifically with real estate. That's it. It's easy. So in just one small pitch. And then talking about agencies overall, we've made several like attempts to find good agencies for different tasks, and we did it. And I can say that even professional experience in the sphere of real estate uh, couldn't be like the factor for choosing like company, because for example the big company we are working with right now, big agency, was much more better than like real estate marketing agencies because of their client service, their researches, their proposals and cases, and then like it's multi-factor thing than when you are making a good service business, because agency, real estate agency, marketing agency, it's a service business. So service is the main thing. So you need to make first contact personalized, very professional, and every time when you are addressing like marketing director or marketing lead or some manager, it's necessary to remember that time it's most valuable currency of now of our days. So that's why you need to in like 1 minute to convert him or her like
to convince, yeah.
this specific offer.
Okay, so personalization, mentioning your name in email is not enough, right?
No, yeah, of course,
need,
of course.
You need to show that you've
You
done
researched
your due
websites,
diligence, yeah.
campaigns, all the stuff around the company, what they are doing. Because sometimes, for example, I've made several posts about AI in our company, and every day I'm getting like, can we go to a quick chat or quick call? We have all this AI. Guys, just 3 posts of in my feed, and we hired AI professional. La la la. We have made this AI optimization. Blah blah blah. So just research a bit. It will take like 5 minutes for you, the sales manager, and you understand we are already using AI. Please adopt your offer. Just not to. Can we
No.
just have a chat or something like this? No, we can't.
And all of it in the era of AI, right? Okay, for example, the agency made it through the first impression. I don't know, you received an offer or started working with an agency. So the first 90 days they are the most important. Where you are trying to understand if you made a good investment or a bad one in terms of choosing an agency, because your reputation depends on it. Yeah. What are the green and red flags for an agency to show during those first 90 days?
I think that personally we are starting our like first period of working together as a test period. And green flag if agency have like a special offer or like maybe product for a test period, maybe not 90 days, maybe 30 days, with a lower price, with a lower volume, but here you can show and show your experience, your service, your opportunity to deliver. Second, like green flag, I already told that it's service.
Yeah, sir.
How your managers communicate, how you personally communicate, how deep in you in the business of the client and understanding strategy and so on. And third one is, I think, most important is to think as a client itself with delivering not only leads or creatives but overall result. How you as an agency, as a partner, can contribute, and you can after test period negotiate for new like contract. For example, in real estate, you can talk not only like retainer monthly payments, like I don't know, several thousands, but you can take, okay, we've proved for 30, 45, 90 days our results. Let's share commission, revenue share model. You will not pay us so much, but if deals from our channels or our like sphere of work are closing and we can track it, we are sharing commission. So it's fair for both. And every time when agencies or salespersons are coming, I said, "Oh, okay, I have an opposite like proposal for you. We have a referral program. You can join. If you're getting clients for us, you will get more than like test 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, and so on. You will get like 50,000, 20,000, like more, 10 times more. And how many of them
Zero.
decline this proposal? Like 99.9%. No one will want to work for result based like KPIs.
Yeah.
But in terms of agency, it could be like mixed between like monthly, of course, yeah, because you need to pay to the team, and then like extra performance with the revenue share. So you can, this attitude showing your confidence of your business and services. Like you are confident and you say, okay, we are testing on this and that, and then after we can rev share because we are so confident in our like strategy, approach, tactics, and clients which we are going to get for you, so we can share it and you can see that it is working. Because as a marketing director, I need not leads, I need
You need
close
business
leads.
results.
Yes.
Yeah. That was exactly my idea when I created revenue share model for my agency. So I'm always open with the client. I'm just like, we want to stay with you like forever, to to work with us forever. You need to get the positive business results. Number one. Number two, our payment to us. You should never think when you're paying to us that, oh, I'm paying too much to those guys. And I offer always, so we have a grace period, first 3 months usually, because we need to set up new structure, tracking, everything. Yeah. And after, so I changed the minimum to set the technical aspects. And then after 90 days, we just sit with the client and discuss like how can we do that, revenue sharing or KPI based payment.
Yeah, it's true.
Because this is the only way to work with the partner very, very long term.
Yeah, it's a partnership. When you're not trying to sell fast, like to get quick money, you should invest in partnership as well. It's like a partnership everywhere, in personal life, business, and so on.
So we talked about Whitewhill, about Dubai, Miami, adult tech agency stuff. Igor, on a personal level, what genuinely excites you about what you do? So what motivates you every day to like keep the hustle going?
It's actually a very good question, because I think it's a mix. If we're talking about marketing, it's a mix of psychology. First, you need to understand your customers, your stakeholders, partners, and so on. It's mostly not only marketing, but management overall, yes. And psychology is the big part of day-to-day job, and you need to be good at it and to understand psychology. And then, as I said, it's a mix, psychology plus results plus money, because I'm kind of person that don't like process. I like, even if we are talking about strategy, I like the stage by stage results. Not like the process we will make it after 1 year. No. Like after 2 weeks we will get there, after more 2 weeks there, 1 month, 2 months, and so on. So I like the process of achieving results.
Yeah.
So it's personal, not only in business and career, but even in personal life. For example, just I finished like 135 workouts this year. Starting this year, it's 6 months.
Wow.
So, and lost like 10 kilos or more. And this mix of achieving something.
Yeah.
You're looking better, you're feeling better. You can make more hard exercises and run more. Yes, and you can see your progression. And both in personal and in business, it is the thing that motivates me to make more. It's together with discipline.
So it's like it's moving forward, velocity, like doing
velocity,
quite quickly and seeing results. Because if you move forward and you have the results decrease, like why should you move forward?
Yes, and most important, the most important thing is love. To love yourself, to love what you're doing. Because if you don't love what you're doing and don't love yourself, you will not get anywhere. You will be on the same place. You will not develop yourself as a person, as a professional, because all is connected to each other. So, for example, your physical and mental health are connected to your results on your daily basis on professional path. Your professional results and your achievements and your income also connected with your mental health, because you're feeling better when you're waking up in the morning, going to the gym or a workout or run, and you're understanding, okay, yesterday we've made this and that results. I've made extra several thousands of dirhams, for example, and you're feeling better. You can run longer. You can so that's all excites me. All this stuff in both lives. And interesting point about work-life balance. We can't like make a wall between your work and life because we're spending like 9, 10 hours per day
Yes.
doing our like professional. And if you are an entrepreneur, for example, you're spending much more.
Mm.
You're every time in your business. So during weekends, during night, early morning, early night, and so on, you're every time in the business and you can't divide it. You can't make the wall. If you're making the wall, maybe you are not loving what you're doing.
Spot on. If you're trying to divide, if you love what you do, you don't have to build any walls.
Yes.
And I completely agree with you. That is exactly my thoughts. Is you need to love what you do. So I have love for other people. I have love for what I do, for marketing, for building processes, strategies, and the rest. The money is a byproduct of doing what you love. And only if you're doing what you love, you won't ever feel burned out. You don't need to build wall between your personal
Yes.
and work time, and in the end, you'll get more fulfilled and joyful life. Like that's
Yes.
absolutely wonderful. If you return, I don't know, to the age when you was 16, okay, would you do anything differently? And what advice do you have for for a younger people who are choosing what to do with their lives? Would you advise to go to marketing or to stay away? What are your general advice?
I think that in general, now marketing is much more because we've discussed with you that sales several years ago, dozens years ago, was like the powertrain of business. Now there are a lot of businesses, startups, and so on, and marketing nowadays mostly in almost all spheres in B2C. For example, it's a powertrain for business.
Yes.
Because, for example, if you're launching startup
Mm,
and you have the best technology, the best product on the market,
mm,
but nobody knows about
yes.
your product, you will not be successful
Mm,
at all because there are a lot of ideas, same one, very same, and so how you are marketing, like performing and like telling the story of the product, for example, like like Tesla, it's a good example. They didn't use all traditional marketing channels. Elon Musk was the like marketing for Tesla,
yeah.
and it's like storytelling, like
Mm.
values and so on. That's why the main like general advice for younger generation who are just like trying to find themselves in their career, like development, their professional path. I think you need to learn business first,
Yeah.
to be with numbers, to understand what P&L, cash flow, balance, and something like this.
All these boring things.
Yes, all these boring things. But as a marketer, you are not making the job of creating banners or something like this. Of course, as a young professional, it's better to understand all spheres, like how to create banners, which are of them are performing better and so on. But if you're going to grow in the sphere, in the profession, it's better to understand the business first and then to understand how you can improve like business results, how you can contribute to business result in the end. So it's better from the first days to understand how it works, like a system, and to not too afraid to try something new. Maybe starting your own marketing agency, because there are plenty of money right now in the marketing. For example, like leads for crypto industry, for example, you can make millions of US dollars if you're getting leads at least 10-15% cheaper than others, and with the best same quality, not best, same quality. And everywhere, financial, like crypto, traditional finance, and so on and so on. Most of guys you are seeing on Instagram and talking about how successful they are in crypto, they are not making money on brokerage of crypto currency. They are mostly making money on traffic. So on marketing, exactly. So it's better to try something every time, new opportunities everywhere. And as a marketer, you need to learn fast, to adopt
Mhm.
fast, and so on, and to of course understand where money is, where business is, because
Yeah.
business is equal to money in the
Yeah.
end. So not to forget that mostly you are making business, not lead generation or creatives and so on.
Important not to forget.
Yes.
Okay, Igor. Thank you.
Thank you.